Next, let's queer up some lesbian culture. Did SNL just out-singer Renee Rapp as a lesbian in a skit?
No.
In a standout Saturday Night Live appearance, Renee Rapp has caught fans' attention for more than just her comedic prowess. The Mean Girls star, who had previously come out as bisexual, was Saturday's music guest. But in a surprise, she found herself in a lip-reading skit with Bowen Yang and host Jacob Elordi. Whew. She was labeled as, quote, our little lesbian intern Renee, end quote, which it is not a definitive confirmation. This moment comes after Rapp's recent admission in a video about her last Google search being the, quote, lesbian master doc, and an Instagram story where she humorously referred to herself as Cara Delevingne as Megan Thee Stallion's lesbian bodyguards. Fans are buzzing with curiosity after SNL and are appreciating Rapp's openness regardless of whether she explicitly identifies as a lesbian. The fervor on social media after SNL is reminiscent of Kristen Stewart's iconic 2017 "I'm like so gay, dude" coming out moment. Rapp's SNL stint has reignited discussions about representation in the queer community. The comedian's playful embrace of the lesbian term resonates with many seeking more diverse and authentic expressions within modern queer representation. Again, can never be said more times enough on this set. Representation matters. So I'm glad to see that she's, making a statement or having she's already come out she's already made a statement. I think that the media's getting caught up in what someone's sexuality is not good. Because again, it just reinforces why is it a big deal? No one who hosts SNL or is the music guest has to come out and say, guess what? I'm straight and I'm the musical guest. That doesn't happen. So, we have this kind of, it's a push and pull of we like representation, but then we also don't want it to become a headline where they're trying to out people and it's a fodder of gossip rags, and that's just plagued our community for forever. And it makes people afraid to come out.
Right. But to get back to the situation just of Renee, anybody who's looking for confirmation, just look at her social media feeds.
I was going to say,
this is not
new
news. I saw it on Sunday morning when I watched it.
Yeah.
And then I saw on social, I'm like, wait, this isn't a thing?
Yeah, no, but Renee Rapp, she's of the group of artists that are incredible right now, who are blowing up, right? But she's always been someone who's never needed a label. She's never labeled herself as she loves every gender and then that beyond. So I know her from musical theater world just because I was caught up in that in college and everything. And she has always been a lesbian-leaning, bisexual, open, never hit it before. If you have ever been to one of her shows in LA, she does a lot of sit downs, a lot of open mic nights. She always expresses her love for women. And she has for 10 digits now. So it's no new news. SNL didn't out anyone. It's a cute little headline. But no, they didn't out anyone. I'm not sure why it matters. Kristen Stewart's the "I'm so gay" moment was a scripted moment. It wasn't a moment that Kristen Stewart had themselves and said, oh, I'm going to do this right here. And it was worked into a script that Kristen Stewart received a month prior to getting to the set of Saturday.
Well, and you don't think Bowen's comment was ad lib? I mean, that was scripted, right?
I would say I don't know, but I would say that there was definitely at least a bullet point of what could have possibly been said. I'm sure that everyone involved was made aware of what the possibility could have been amongst what could have been said. That's what I think.
So, I always love when I see someone LGBTQ that is talented and successful, open about who they are. I love that. I do see your point to the fact that, well, it could get a little exploitive, but I don't think in this case it really was. I thought it was done, it was
tastefully.
It was
also kind of weird, by the way. She was on Watch What Happens Live and she said she was an ageist. I'm not sure how that makes any sense. And then, really, but she's kind of quirky.
And you know what, too? The question I have is, I wonder if some of the producers are gay. Because,
I'm sure.
They may have had this conversation with her behind the scenes.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Or it was something like Bowen and her off stage waiting for the skit, or
And I was more coming back from the Taylor Swift situation that's been that was going on where she was being accused of being gay in the New York Times, and again making that a storyline where no other artist or no one writes stories and says, oh, we think that John John Hayden is straight. Let's do a story about it. I mean, no one would believe that.
No one would believe it. No one would write it. But it's too much.
Or a
point.
singer.
Those
It's
words
to my
hold
point
no
about the
bounds
Taylor
here.
Swift thing as well, and this is maybe where I'm like old and conservative, but I always keep a solid line between, or try and find the solid line between person and persona.
Yes.
Like, you are a product of what you're performing on television, whether or not it's yourself or a representation of yourself. You might look at me and John and the rest of us here around the table, but as authentic as we want to be here at this table, we're still presenting a self.
Yeah.
Rather than, being the actual person that my friends hang out with.
Yeah.
So if I had friends that hung out with me. But
And by the way, I don't think you're conservative.
well, I mean,
I do think you're old.
Tradition.
Not
Oh my
conservative.
God.
Wow. Wow.